All right, welcome back to the Central Valley Buzz, everybody. I'm your host, Chuck Leonard. Billy, let's bring in our next guest, Mike Kauhfer. Mike, how's it going, buddy?
Chuck,
good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Let me get this straight. You travel to Italy.
Right.
You find wines that you like. Mm-hmm. You bring them back and sell it to people in America.
And they end up liking them too.
This is a great deal. Tell me how you started this.
Years ago I was thinking of starting a business with wine, mm-hmm. and I looked at different ways to do it. The way that came together for me was to go over to Italy, talk to some winemakers, talk to some people who knew the business there, and see what they wanted. Uh-huh. See if I matched up with that, if they wanted to do business with me. And so I came back, set up my import business, set up a website to sell the wine online, and it's taken off from there.
Great. Do you sell just in California, or what are the laws on that?
I'm able to sell online in California and Oregon, uh-huh. as well as Virginia and Ohio.
No kidding.
There are 20 plus states where you can do that. Mm-hmm. I'm a small business. I decided to start with some good low-hanging fruit, if you will. Because
those areas were already purchasing a lot of wines?
Yeah.
And you had a way of finding that out?
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of research in the wine business, but the West Coast and the East Coast are the real high market areas.
Right.
The East Coast has...
Midwest are drinking a lot of beer, right?
Right, yeah, mm-hmm. Or not at all. Okay. Good point. And the East Coast, there are a lot of controlled states, so they're not as easy to get into and sell. Okay. But California is, if not the top state, it's up there. And California wines are a huge percentage of what's sold in the country anyway. Mm-hmm. I decided not to get into California because, as you might call it, a crowded space.
Sure.
So the more that I learned about Italian wine, there are 800 red grapes. Mm-hmm. There are
800 varieties.
Varieties, okay. Yeah. 200 different kinds of white grapes, and
they grow a little bit differently over there than they grow here because right. of the climate.
Climate, the soil,
the elevation.
Elevations,
right.
all different elevations. Mm-hmm. The variations from up north in the Piedmont, mm-hmm. and along the Dolomites and the Alps, going down south to Sicily and to Rome and the areas around Umbria. I said the last time we came back, we drove 3,500 kilometers.
Really?
And it was just around to different areas. And I said when we got home, if I could have grabbed a corner of Italy and shook it like a rug, it would have stretched out as big as California. But it's
so
up
mountainous.
And down all
right.
over the place. Yeah.
So you go over there, and the first time you go, how many wines did you come back with?
I came back with the wines from 4 wineries. Mm-hmm. And if I recall, there were 9 altogether, 9 wines.
So you buy 9 different kinds, and did you stock it here, or did you take the orders here and then place the orders there and then get it to the people?
Well, that's the trick of being online. I don't have a brick and mortar
store.
My shop is online. So I store all of my wine in Napa at a wine warehouse. They ship all the wine, FedEx, GSO, UPS. And it goes directly to your door. You can say it's your office door, your home door, your neighbor's door. It has to be signed by an adult. And that's how it works. My next trip, I added another winery, and there were 15 labels. This last trip, I added 2 more. There are now 7 wineries. Mm-hmm. I have enough labels now that you can drink a different wine every day for 30 days. So a month of wines.
Sounds awesome. Tell me about some of the wines you're carrying.
From the Piedmont, a winery called Rovero. They are making amazing wine. And they also make grappa, but I don't import that. There's a red blend that has Cabernet and Merlot and 2 Italian grapes called Nebbiolo and Barbera. It's a delicious wine, very popular. There's a white, a Sauvignon Blanc, very unusual in that it's like a fumé, meaning it's aged in oak, and Sauvignon Blanc isn't often aged in oak. And then it's also aged on the lees. That's a technical term that just means when you taste it, it gets beefier. It gets a bigger, more billowy
For a white
taste.
wine, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Delicious wine. And then
What does a bottle of wine like that go for?
I sell it online for high 20s.
Okay, fair.
Reasonable.
Uh-huh.
In the Veneto, over toward Venice and Verona, our sister city with Fresno, I have Pinot Grigio and a Soave from one winery, and beautiful Prosecco from another one.
Are the rosés big over in Italy right now?
They are very much.
They are, aren't
yeah.
they?
And I just brought in my first rosé. It's all Sangiovese, which is the background grape or the backbone grape of Tuscany, and this sustainably grown vineyard in Chianti Classico near Greve, a little town of Greve. Terra de Malazzano is the winery, and they make amazing Chianti. I've carried that for several years. But this is a new
Hard
wine.
to find a good one of those in America.
Oh, online.
Yeah, I mean, you go shop the shelves in the stores, it's very hard to find a good Chianti.
I have a Chianti Reserva that, for me, redefined the category. It is big and full of fruit and delicious. The Sangiovese unoaked rosé, clean, crisp, strawberry, raspberry, dry, beautiful wine with food.
Oh my
So
God! I don't know how much more of this I can sit here and listen to.
There are lots more, but I wanted to segue into something earlier.
Okay.
Storyland.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give some credit, a shout out to the Chaffee Zoo.
Okay.
Because the success of the zoo over the past 10 years has contributed enormously to the number of people who come to Roding Park, and I think it's changed the way that Storyland could look at actually bringing in the funds and seeing success, because there's so much potential to cross-market.
Sure.
The other is, earlier we mentioned Art Hop.
Mm-hmm.
I was pouring wine last night at Fig Tree Gallery, and the artist Ebenezer Rule, amazing local artist, huge turnout, a lot of fun people, very young to my age, and we had a great time.
Yeah.
So
it's a great event. It's something that I'm very proud of to have here in Fresno.
Yeah.
Now, your website is?
My website is my name, MikeKauferWines.com. And
let's spell that out. It's Kaufher.
Yes.
Okay.
And my offer today is, if you call and register as a customer, whether you buy wine or not, I'll send you an email with a purchase code for 3 wines, 10% off.
Nice.
Pick any 3. If you pick a package, and you've been seeing some of the packages on air, those are already marked down. But there's good deals. 2 of the wines that you're looking at right now are being honored for awards at Sunset Magazine's special event in Paso Robles in 2 weeks. It's a sold-out event, but I'll be pouring wines from Massimo Romeo in Montepulciano in Tuscany. Makes 90-plus point wines, and his Vino Nobile 2012 just received a 92 rating. And the Lipiteresco you saw online, which is another Vino Nobile, a mostly Sangiovese, elegant style of wine, was rated 94 by wine enthusiasts.
Wow. Mike, really cool what you got going on
Thank you.
here. I love it. I can't wait to taste some of these Italian
Having
wines.
fun.
Go to Mike Kauffer, wines.com, and let him know that you saw him right here on The Buzz. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Stick around.